Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, or afternoon, or whatever time of day it is. ASAP8088 here, and today I am testing out my editing software and my audio software. Right now I'm recording my audio software, and the footage you'll be seeing is just a little custom battle I did, just to test some things out. I'll probably be doing a couple of these just to test things out and see what I can do. I started this video with text and some weird graphic noise stuff to just sort of introduce it in. It's not that good. I could probably do better, and I'm sure the professional people who do this stuff know a lot of things that I could do better, and probably do a lot of cool and awesome things. And I hope to someday learn how to unlock those secrets, sooner if not later. But for today, I hope you enjoy. So as we see here, I'm playing as the Skaven, just against the Bretonnians. It's just a little custom battle. I have a Grace here on a bell. I forgot exactly what the bell's called. Doom Clock or something like that. I have a lot of Storm Vermin, some Bombardiers. Can't remember if they're called Globadiers or Bombardiers. I have two Warp Fire Throwers, and I just summoned a 13 Curse of the 13, Dreaded Curse of the 13 or something like that. I forgot the exact name. I was looking at the spells before I looked at this, like all the different spells and stuff. So it's sort of sad that I can't remember the names even now. I did this like the other night or so, when I recorded the footage. Right now I'm recording the audio. So let's take a look and see what I do. So I've got units going this way. I've attacked the Bretonnians. My Bombardiers, Globadiers, whatever they are, the guys with the purple bombs, the rats with the purple bombs, bombing this side, bombing this side of the force, and I'm sending my Storm Vermin to support the summoned Storm Vermin. Those are just those guys. They're doing their job. They're just gonna die off. My Globadiers are throwing their stuff into the other side too. I don't think we're going to flank them. What I was doing beforehand. I was also using this as a test to see what certain spells do, because before I would just willy-nilly use the spells. I'd usually use the offensive spells that just killed the enemy opponents. But I realized it was probably very important that I research some of the other spells. So what I was doing, I was looking at the spells that do buffs and nerfs to either your opponents or your own units. And I was trying to get a better idea of what those did so that I could use those more effectively on the battlefield. And so I would use them. I used them on some of the Storm Vermin, for instance, here, to make them stronger. I don't exactly know what. Here we go. Here's an offensive spell. So I send this in to shoot electricity. Boom. Yes. I love the Skaven. I don't know much about the lore, but I'd like to learn more. Very interesting faction from what I've seen online. I've watched a lot of lore videos. I didn't know what Warhammer was until Total War. I mean, the only thing I saw before Warhammer was a Cake Boss episode, where the Cake Boss was making a cake for the Warhammer people. And I just thought it was like World of Warcraft or something. I didn't know what it was. Then I learned later on that Blizzard ripped off Games Workshop, and I'm like, whoa. But yeah, here we go on that Doom Clock, that Doom Bell. It's not a clock, it's a bell. Screaming Bell, that's what it's called. Yeah, that's right. I think. I'm shooting into my own guys, so I have to tell them to shut up. I hate it when that happens. Although I hear the Skaven are supposed to do that. I mean, that's a good unit of Storm Vermin. I don't want to blow them up for no reason. And so to the end of this, I get a little cinematic. The rest of this is just me hunting them down. I like to do that. I like to hunt them down on the battlefield. So, while you're watching this, I'd just like to discuss some of my ideas for what I'm going to do. I'd like to loosen up a bit on here. I'd like to be a little bit more, comfortable. Be able to say things, do things. I don't think I'll show my face, because it's never really a good idea. I think I'm going to go sort of Mr. Mediker with my avatar and just not show my face. Although if I get to a certain point, if ever, in some fictional fluke, should I ever reach enough subscribers, I might consider it. But my plans are that I'm going to start doing some reviews, book reviews perhaps, and maybe even some other videos. If I can figure out what to do, I might If I can figure out how things work a little bit more, I might edit some videos together. I'd like to also do some other projects as well. Something more original, not necessarily a review where you have to review somebody else's work, but I'd actually like to make some work of my own and present it on this website, using the internet as a venue for my own, creative interests. Now, I will be opening myself up to criticism, I understand that, but that's a good thing. If I do horribly, that is fine. I need to be able to take that criticism. Although, today I wrote a comment and somebody went over the top with their criticism of it, so... and they were still wrong, too. But, I don't know. I digress. I'm definitely thinking the best time to work on audio is at night when everybody's asleep and nothing's going on. Right now it's I'm not going to tell you what time it is, but it's afternoon. It's in the afternoon, but it's not quite night yet, and so people are still out working and doing stuff. So yeah. But anyways, I'm going to announce my first book report per se. Right? I'm going to attempt, and it's going to take several months, and I'm a pretty lazy ass, so I don't know how long. I mean, this is still very experimental at this point, but I'm hoping to review a book called Hyperion by Dan Simmons? I think his name's Dan Simmons. And yes, it's a science fiction novel. I've started reading it. I started reading it a year ago or so, and I'm probably going to have to reread it too. But I'm hoping to go into detail with it. I want to probably do a little bit of research. First, I'm going to record my initial thoughts on the book after reading it the first time, and then I'm going to do a little bit of research on the author, do a little bit of research on other critiques of the book, and then I'll probably give you a summary and certain things I've noticed, certain thematic elements. I'm probably going to have to do it in 2 stages. Things I notice, and then things I didn't notice, as in things that I've read other people talk about. So I'll give you perspectives from other critics and stuff, just to give you a more full sense of things. I'll cite them in my sources. But yes, and I think I'll put a disclaimer up as well, because I'm of the opinion that a book review will damage. I've watched several reviews of things I've never read or seen before, and it just sort of takes away from the experience. I mean, you could have read a book, but then you're going to listen to somebody talk about it, and you're going to get all the information. Why even read the book? It's a very interesting story, though, and I'm hoping to get into it. It's already caught my attention quite a bit. I mean, very interesting. It's already got Christ imagery and religious imagery in it, which is always interesting. And maybe if I'm so bold, I'll do a little research into the current Star Wars situation, and we can discuss, why The Last Jedi is in such an interesting place. Because when I first saw The Last Jedi, and it's weird, these newer movies, when I first saw them, I enjoyed them. But over time, I would listen to criticisms, and their criticisms sounded right to me. They sounded valid, they made some sense, and I agreed with them. I've seen pro-criticisms as well, of how the movie was very good. And that might be legitimate as well. Okay, the battle's over. Well, I'll see you all later. I'll try to work on those things. I'll probably record the audio first and add the visuals later. Unlike this time, this is more experimental, and that's usually what you do. You record the audio first. I meant to use this battle. I think I originally came into this thinking I would discuss the battle itself, but nah. I think for experiments like this, I'll just sort of, shoot the shit. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed the battle. I hope you enjoyed the battle that you watched, and enjoyed the rantings that I made. And yeah, this is sort of where I'm hoping to go in the future. If I don't go there, well, I'm sorry. But yeah, hopefully this channel will become entertaining and interesting, and I can actually figure out how to work all this stuff and get it to work right. But anyways, I hope you're enjoying your day wherever you are in the world, whatever time it is. I hope you get good sleep. I hope you have a good time with your friends and family, and enjoy life. This is Aesop8088, signing out. Have a good night. Good day at whatever time, everybody. Keep forgetting about the time zones. I want to say have a good night, and it's, you know, I have to take into account that, you know, different time zones. That's why I don't want to tell you what time it is where I'm at, so you don't know what time zone I'm in. But anyway, yeah. All right, bye.